Welcome back. Here we are, Suffolk Punch, early Suffolk Punch, 14-inch, part 3 I think. So since the last video, I haven't really done a lot, but I think what we're going to do today is take this cutting cylinder apart. That's the main thing, and then we can possibly get that off for sandblasting. So right, let's get going with that. So we'll get the camera lady to zoom in and have a look at my troubles ahead. So it's a while since I've taken one of these apart, but I'm pretty sure it's that one and that one. I can't remember if they're threaded in there or not, but we'll soon find out. And those look like they're going to be trouble, that thrower plate. And then I think, as far as I can remember, the bearing housings should just come off the end of the cylinder, and then hopefully we're left with the cylinder, the bearing housings and the block. So, right, let's have a go. It's looking pretty rusty, so let's just give it a little bit of a soak up. See if we can get those undone. Those, well, anyway, right, so what we've got, so I think we've got the right one. So I had some tie levers somewhere, so I'm just going to sneak round the camera lady. Let's have a look, let's get these. If we can. Right, so we're going to see whether there's any threads in those. I think there is, but maybe there isn't. No, that's looking good. A bit worried that they were threaded in there as well, but it doesn't look like it, which hopefully is going to make my job a little bit easier. Don't want to lose any of these nice imperial nuts. Put those somewhere safe in the... What's in so? So that's a little collar that we mustn't lose. I know what that is because you can see, I think we said this last time, it looks like the keyway's opened up a little bit. It's stopping that coming off. Let's get a file and just take the burr off that. See if we can be a bit persuasive with that. Good, right. Now, as far as I can remember, there's no circ clip. Oh, that looks like one of those felt seals, what's left of it. Back in the day. So let's see if we can prise this off. Now I'm going to try not to hit the camera lady. I think what we're going to do, we're going to put this on the ground, like so. This is hopefully going to make it a little bit easier. It might be I do need pullers for this, but let's see how willing the bearing is. Oh, that's tight. Yeah. In fact, it might be. I've got to undo that. Let's put it back on the bench. Let's have a look. So we've got adjusters. Maybe I've got to take those out. So let's get another socket. Got a feeling they do go all the way through. Anyway, let's undo it. They do. So on that one. Yeah, so it goes obviously all the way through. Whether it's going to stop us getting that off, can't remember. Let's have a go at the other side and just see what happens there. So, again, I'm going to put this on the floor and then see what happens. Ooh. Sorry, Mrs. Camera Lady. You know when you know something's going to be trouble, and I think this is. Ah, now, maybe this might help, who knows. Now, maybe that was the way to do it, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think where I'm going wrong, let's drop the block out of the bottom, and that maybe is the way to go. It's being a bit of a swine. It's, right, what do I want? I want a bigger hammer. Let me go get a bigger hammer. Moving a bit. We can just tap that through with. mole grips. Let's have a look. I think the bottom block should come out. Let's have a look. Hopefully it will just leave us with cutting cylinder. Now ideally I would undo those three to remove the, hello, Mr. Spider. Yeah, to remove the concave, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be trouble and will involve some heat, which I don't have here. So let's just bend it back a little bit. There we go. Right, so I was doing it all wrong. Right, so what we need to do is try and get these housings off. It might involve a puller, but let's see if we can get them off. So we're going to try and get a bit of leverage on that. How tight. No, that one's not. I've got to pull a little one, but I don't think it's big enough. Let's have a look. It's a three-legged one. I think ideally I'd need a two-legged, a little bit bigger, but whether we can. This is what you call a Be Like Daddy puller. I don't think this is the one for the job. No, I suppose I could turn the legs round a bit. Have I got enough to get the legs on there? I think I might. Right, let's just turn the legs round. So we can switch these around. A bit longer that way. Whether we can get the reach, I don't know. I think the thing is, if you're doing a job like this, these sort of pullers these days you can buy. This is only a cheap one. You can buy quite cheap pullers, so you know, in some cases it's just worth getting one. So whether we're going to have the reach, I don't know. But let's see. Right, prop them up. Goodness me. Goodness me, look at that. So, make sure they're on there properly. And oh, look at that. There we go. Oh. That's not the end of the world. So we've left a bearing on there, but that's not the end of the world. We can get that off as well, I think. Reach for that. Going to try and use the bearing if it's any good, because nowadays these Imperial bearings have got very expensive, so if I can get it off without damaging it, once it's cleaned up, and if there's no movement in it, I shall reuse it. Let's see what happens. See what, oops, we slipped off there. Let's get it on. And we slipped off there. It's tight. Yeah, I think for this one I'm going to need a better puller, because it's just not. Or maybe I need to just do something with the legs of it. It's just slipping off. Anyway, so otherwise I've got to either do something with that or use a better puller on that. Let's see what happens this side, whether we can get this housing off. Sadly, we can't put a puller on this one because there's nothing to push against. So this has got to come off like this. That's looking tight. Who knows? And they are handed. You can see we've got little oil nipples there, so even though they look the same. So those bearings are self-aligning. I think they're what they call RL5s from memory, but they are quite expensive. So I'm going to either do something with that puller or use a different puller to get those off, I think. So let's just have a little bit of that tidy up and then we'll get back on the bench. So. So looking at it, I've got a little bit more work to do. Just noticed we've got a bit of a crack going on there and a bit broken out there. So I think once this is all cleaned, sandblasted, I'll be able to see what I'm in for. So yes, it looks like with the Suffolks, don't do what I did to start with. So it's remove the pivot bolts first, remove the adjuster bolts, ideally undo the thrower plate screws, and then it will drop out. So that's the way it needs to be done. I might end up putting some heat on those, but I'll try those. So what else have I been doing? Oh yes, now then. I've been washing off. I've not done a lot, but I've been doing a bit of washing off, and let's have a look. So here we are. I mean, we've been on this debate whether to paint it or not, but after washing it off, we can see that's the original green. and that's what somebody's painted. So I'm going to try and get a green close to that, and some orange for the engine, which we'll, let's have a look again. So we've got and some orange rather than this red, and I think it will be looking right. So I think I've done really as much as I can do today. Cylinder stripped down, probably be sandblasting, I think, save me a bit of time. So going to try and get that done between now and the next video, whenever that one is, and either get my pullers sorted out, put a bit more of an edge on them so I can get these bearings off, or I have got another pair of slightly bigger pullers which might be better to get those off. And then I've got to try and do something with this Woodruff key and the thread on the end of the cutting cylinder. I've got loads to do really. There we have it. Anyway, that's today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and till the next video, thanks for watching.